This brown bear got in big trouble, having fallen into a well. People heard its pleas for help and lowered a ladder. Just watch how masterly it makes its way up to the top. It's no surprise that the scientists concluded that bears' mental capabilities are much higher than that of other animals, and sometimes their behavior resembles human behavior.
By not eating animal flesh, we will benefit our bodies and our planet long term. We do not need to eat the flesh of another being to be healthy or strong. His Eminence Semtulku Rinpoche, vegetarian.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Turned vegan? Oh, you've no choice but to be repatriated to heaven home. You haven't been warned? Sorry, man.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled, Knowing Which is the Real Master, Monk, or Priest, Part 2 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English, on July 31st, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack, quack, quack. You happy? Quack, quack, quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.,
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
and South America,
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves.
You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness.
The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Lập ra thất với vài mầm yêu nhỏ, thì tình son như vỗ cánh xa khơi. Còn lại gì chỉ cơm áo vụn vời, đời tần tạo bơ phờ không kiềm gió.
In the Himalayan mountains and forests, in the evening it gets dark very fast. Well, when I was there, it was dark very fast. Sometimes I went to the library to borrow some books or read something there. And then even when they close and I have to go home, it was a long way to walk in those forest paths. Sometimes you see no one. Rarely, now and then, you might be lucky to chance upon a monk, some elderly monk, and he has only a plastic sheet on top of his head, built from some branches of trees nearby by some of his devotees or maybe himself. Seeing these monks, it was always like a happiness for me. First of all, because the path is so lonely, nobody's there. And second, because they represent to me the holy image, the connection between humans and something larger than life, something that connects with God, with heaven. So I always treasure any time I saw any monks, long time ago. Even in the city also, in India, you can have more chances to see good monks, very pure and simple. They walk everywhere. They don't have money in their pocket. One time, I met a monk who later became my teacher for Hinduism, and I became a Hindu nun under him. Yeah. He never had any money, so he walked everywhere. Then he walked to see his friend in another temple. At that time, I had some money. It was very dark, so I invited him to go to a bus stop, and we went by bus just one time in his very long life. Then we went to a temple, and his monk friend and assistants and some of his female devotees there made some food for us. They were very generous and kind. And there was a big stream next to that temple. And that's where I became a Hindu nun. Yes. I don't wear it anymore, but I still am with the nun's name, Mandakini Giri. Yeah. Giri is the tradition, one of the big traditional monk schools in India. I'm told it traces back all the way to that great founder of one of the Hindu strict monkhood traditions. In India, all the monks I saw were mostly very, very pure, and they just walk everywhere. They had really only 3 pieces of clothes on their body. And if they wash one, they will wait until it's dry and then they wash the other one. Yes, they don't wash all in one day. In Buddhism, the Buddha said that in the Dharma ending age, the Maya children will make themselves into monks to delude people, the vulnerable people, the ones who fear trouble in the afterlife and this life, the ones who seek refuge and protection from the monks. They will make trouble for them a lot. I heard a lot. I don't know if in many other countries or not, but in some, I heard a lot about it. And it was very sad, but I believe there are still many good monks. That's why I told you to help them or to support them if you can, yes. In other traditions, I don't hear much about problems, like maybe in Hoa Hao Buddhism or Nam Quoc Buddhism, also called with love coconut Buddhism. Because the founder, a great master Nguyễn Thành Nam, only ate coconut and drink coconut water to live on. Oh, I love coconuts. Talking about that. In Vietnam, I have a lot of good coconuts. There are different kinds of coconuts. In Thailand, in the Philippines, also there are different kinds. The best kind is one that's so fragrant and so sweet. You could eat forever, really. And some other coconuts are not like that. They're just more plain. You don't have much of the flavor. When I was in Thailand, we have a lot of those fragrant coconuts. In Vietnam also. Philippines also have such kind. One time I was in the Cayman Islands because I could not stay long in America. And in the Cayman Islands, in front of my little house, there was also coconut trees. And these coconuts on the beach actually were so sweet and so fragrant, just like the ones you have in Thailand, Vietnam, or the Philippines. I don't know why, maybe the beach makes the taste like that. It's on the sand beach. It's a kind of private beach. It's a very cheap house. You can rent them anywhere, and that one was not like in the city. It took 1 hour to drive from the city, the nearest market, to that house, a very remote suburb. And I lived alone there whenever I couldn't stay in America. I had to go there for a while. It was very nice, and I fear nothing. It was very good. I had a few disciples then. The more people you know, the more disciples you have, the more you feel different. There's a lot of karma surrounding them, and it comes to you. And then it gives you different kinds of burdens, different kinds of feelings, even fearfulness also. But that is the life of the so-called master, you know? If you want to be master, you have to reckon with all that, which you never knew could happen to you. The more you give is not the more you have. Not spiritually, no. Materially, yes. Well, I don't know really, actually, if the more you give materially, the more you have or not. Just make sure you give enough and keep enough for yourself, yes? Because you never know what karma brings. The karma might not be from yourself. It could be from someone else. Okay? Mhm. So just be moderate in everything, and things should be all right. And some of you say you don't trust any monk to give offerings. I don't blame you. It's just you have to know which monk is good to give to, okay? And any monk who asks for some money is because they don't have money and they want to have, a little comfortable life for themselves and also for their followers. Maybe some people came and to become monks and nuns under them and they have to take care of them. Maybe like that. That's what I think, but I'm not so sure. Why a lot of people complain about monks who ask for donations and who find all kinds of tricks to make people donate to them.
Phát nguyện cúng dường, nó đòi bao nhiêu nợ mình cúng dường cho nó, trả nợ hết cho nó. Nó tha không đòi mạng, nó đòi bằng tài sản, bằng tiền, mình phải cúng cho nó. Nghe không? Thì thôi, một là mất mạng, thì hai là còn mạng mà phải mất tiền, chứ biết làm nào bây giờ. Cái vong hồn nó đòi phải cúng tiền cho nó thì nó mới hết, nó mới có phước, nó mới đi. Dù có uống thuốc gì, thuốc Mỹ, thuốc cái gì chăng nữa, cao cấp mấy, mà không giải được cái oan hồn này thì nó vẫn không thể nào cứu được, vẫn phải chết.
Theo lời lờ, các nhóm được dẫn đến một căn phòng lớn, bên trong có 2 người phụ nữ mặc áo màu nâu và một sư thầy. Các nhóm được ra hiệu ngồi xuống nền đất, sau đó sư thầy bắt đầu niệm chú gọi vong nhập vào 2 người phụ nữ này. Gia đình vào thỉnh vong thì lần lượt gọi tên cho vong hiện lên. Tuy nhiên, trường hợp của tôi, những thông tin từ vong nói ra đều không đúng. Lợ không tin thêm, bất cứ người nào có mặt trong đó đều bị vong yêu cầu nộp tiền để giải nghiệp. Mỗi lần vong nhập khoảng 5 đến 7 phút, sau đó có một thư ký bên cạnh ghi lại lời vong nói và số tiền người thỉnh phải trả. Trường hợp của L, vong cho 2 sự lựa chọn. Nếu chọn hình thức nương tựa, thường xuyên đến chùa Ba Vàng là 32 triệu đồng. Nếu chọn hình thức không nương tựa, ít lên chùa Ba Vàng phải đóng 700 triệu đồng để cúng oan gia trái chủ. Khi người phụ nữ này nói không có tiền, người nhà chùa tư vấn L có thể lựa chọn hình thức trả góp hoặc vào chùa làm công quả 1 năm. Thấy hành vi trên có tính chất trục lợi, lừa đảo nhằm thu tiền, người phụ nữ ở thành phố Cẩm Phả đã khước từ. Tuy nhiên, phía nhà chùa còn dọa thông qua giấy tờ nếu L không chịu tu tập nương tựa nộp tiền sẽ bị điên.
I don't want to criticize anyone actually. You have to know what to do. I don't know how to advise you. If you know a monk is good and his disciples are good, you can know at least physically when you hear them talk. You have to hear quite some times in order to make a real judgment, okay? If you just hear 1 or 2 times, sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. It depends on what they talk about and how they talk. And some monks talk make you feel really put off also. I wonder why some monks talk like that. But some monks, when they talk, you feel, oh, they are very truly caring, have compassion, and have a really sincere heart to follow the Buddha, to follow Christ. When I say monks, I don't mean only Buddhism. Other religions as well. You have to judge for yourself whether your church is really led by a good priest, good monk, yeah, or not. Or see if the order that you respect and believe in has really good monks and nuns, or monks or nuns with a real Holy Spirit. By being nearer to them and see what they're doing every day, how they talk, yeah, how they react, and how they treat others, then you probably can see some. Because if you offer money to not good monks, maybe it's also not very ideal. You have to see if they use it for some bad purposes, if they have this opportunity and the financial support to preach, to teach their followers, but they do not preach in a right way, if it's mostly just for profit. And you see how they live their life more easy, comfortable, instead of truly wanting to practice and to uplift their own soul as well as other souls.
Tôi đang yêu nhưng ngập ngừng giữa mộng, lòng phân vân khó tâm sự vì đâu. Nửa muốn yêu, nửa muốn tránh ngày sau, sợ tình ai như bẫy mong gió nào.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan, 'cause we are grown up morally.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Trustworthy viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled Knowing Which is the Real Master, Monk, or Priest, Part 2 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is selections from the Gnostic Nag Hammadi Library, The Secret Book of James, Be Saved, Part 2 of 3, on Words of Wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Манай нэвтрүүлгүүд олон хэлээр гардаг зочлох хаяг Supreme Master TV.com/schedule болон Supreme Master TV.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.